You touched on, in the press conference, you touched on the relevance of Formula One to modern technology, particularly with communications. Is it important that F1 is relevant to the real world and to road cars?
Yeah, I think so. I think most of the technology that we have now in terms of safety and in terms of performance on the road cars come from Formula One, even if we don't know exactly and we don't realize. But there are many things like shift paddles that some of the road cars or sports cars they have now are coming from Formula One. Even the automatic gearbox, which seems quite an obvious thing, it doesn't come from Formula One, but the technology we have and the double clutch and things that we use every day, they came from the 80s, the 70s in Formula One. Tire pressure sensors, alarms on the cars, on the road cars, are coming from Formula One 10 or 15 years ago. So I think there is a continuous transfer of technology from Formula One to road cars. So I think the way of Formula One is going now with the hybrid engines and the V6, etc. I think is a way that will transform road cars in 5 or 10 years' time.
Yet some of the most relevant things for road cars, traction control, stability control, autonomy that's coming up, are all banned from Formula One. Is that a problem moving forward?
I think it's sometimes difficult to follow the direction of the sport. As you said, common things that we have now and technology that is available, they seem to be banned in Formula One, but there are others that they implement on Formula One that will be even more the future, because I think some of the technologies that are banned are quite sophisticated on the road cars anyway, so I don't think that we will benefit anyway, even if Formula One keeps doing it. So I think it's always a difficult trade on show what the fans want, what the sport wants, plus what the road cars will benefit in the future. But I think we are in the right thing.
What about downforce in Formula One car, aerodynamics? I mean, Bernie's always said that he wants F1 cars to remain relevant to the road. Yet downforce, high-speed downforce, is arguably one of the least relevant things to road cars. Would less downforce create more exciting racing?
Difficult to answer, but Formula One has been always a different sport on terms of how the cars perform or how they extract that performance. To be the fastest cars in the world, they need to have something that they don't have any other category, and probably the key factor of the speed of the Formula One has been the aerodynamics in the last 20 years or 15 years. So even if it's not useful or relevant to the road cars, is something that makes Formula One car different and unique. So I think it's the reason why it's there.
Important to stay there.
It's important because if you want to be at those speeds, and if you want to impress the spectator, if you want to give to the fans the feeling of a car is going through a corner on over the physics of what you think on your mind, has to be something very unique, and I think the aerodynamics are giving us that possibility, probably.
Still on the road car theme, do you enjoy driving on the road? You spend all your life doing very fast speeds on a track. Well, that's what we see. Do you enjoy driving on the road as well?
Yeah, I do. I drive normally, but I am not a bad passenger. Also, I'm quite relaxed on both sides. When I'm driving, I take quite easy, and I think all the adrenaline goes away on the racetrack. So I'm quite calm and quite quiet on the city and on the road. And when I'm a passenger, anyone can drive the car, and I don't pay too much attention. I'm not into the details of everyone else.
And what about in Australia? Have you done much driving in Australia, and what do you think of it?
Not much, to be honest. I've been only here around Melbourne, and a couple of years ago I went to Phillip Island. But that's only my experience driving here in Australia, and it felt good. And it felt people that respect a lot each other, and the rules as well, the citizens, and it felt good. And not too much traffic, even if for you feels a lot of traffic sometimes. For us in Europe, I think we have a lot more cars and a lot more people on the city, so it felt quite good here.
Have you driven many electric cars?
Not many. I drove a couple, but normally not many. The hybrid is the ones that probably are more sophisticated right now.
And obviously you spend a lot of time driving a form of hybrid on the track, electrification of some sort. What are your thoughts and how do you think that hybrid technology will translate to the road? I guess we'll see it coming up in the NSX.
Yeah, I think we will see in the future, and that's a very interesting technology, because I think the normal cars, the combustion engines, they need obviously the fuel, and they are not as efficient as the electric or the hybrid. The full electric still quite new technology and not very useful right now, because you need to charge the car, and the range that you have is still not enough to feel comfortable in a day. And the hybrid give you the possibility to combine both in a very efficient and very low consumption car, but you regenerate that energy, and you fuel the batteries by your own energy, and it's more or less what we have in Formula One. And I think that technology will be, for the near future, the one to follow.
And what about the NSX? Have you driven an NSX? What do you think of it?
I didn't, and I'm looking forward to the launch. And yeah, I don't know in which country will come first, but I will go to that country hopefully with Honda, and trying to try. I'm looking forward. It's a nice car, very sexy from the outside, but also with a very interesting technology on the inside with a hybrid engine. So probably, as I said, looking forward, and hopefully to be one of the first to have it.
And what about, would you like to get involved more with the development of road cars, and if so, would it be McLaren or Honda?
I would like, yes. I think it's interesting in a way of how a driver can give some inputs on the development of the car. Right now, I think that will be impossible to do, because the amount of time that we have for Formula One is probably full time and full dedication on the year. So I think to spend any time on this kind of collaboration will be quite hard and nearly impossible. So maybe in the future when I stop, and if so, why not with both? You know, I think they don't compete each other on the same market. So I can do with both.
I've got one more minute. That'll do it.
Oh, that's it?
Perfect.
Great.
Thank you. Thanks, Fernando. Appreciate it.
Thank you, man.